So there's huge stuff happening for Alien and Aliens fans, and not so much for Alien 3 or Alien Resurrection. I'm sorry to the billions and billions of fans of those two and not the original two. So Neill Blomkamp, who is going to be helming the new series, the new movie rather, starring Sigourney Weaver again as Ripley, has specifically said he's not trying to undo Alien 3 or Alien Resurrection. He added that his favorites are the first two movies. And I want to make a film that's connected to Alien and Aliens. That's my goal. So we might see Michael Biehn come back as Corporal Hicks as well, thanks to the awesome art that was shown on Instagram. What do you think will be going on with this new movie? Unofficially called Alien 5.
Okay, I'm going to call it 2.5.
Exactly,
because
2.5.
From what I've heard and understand is I think it's actually going to kind of happen in between 2 and 3 is some of the stuff I've been hearing. And if that's the case, I'm so excited because I've been, it was like a couple months ago we kind of saw Blomkamp come out and say like, hey, I'd love to do this. And the internet erupted, and because he did such
an Instagram pitch.
An Instagram
pitch, worked.
And it did, and it's phenomenal. And he is the man to helm this series. And
I mean, District 9 was phenomenal.
It was.
So to imagine him behind like a reboot of the Alien franchise or taking it in a new direction or whatever else would be like fantastic.
Now, how does one continue to tell Ripley's story, but also disregard, or not completely disregard, without completely disregarding Alien 3 and Resurrection? Because as you may know from watching the early on in Alien 3, the characters of Newt, Bishop, and Hicks are kind of disregarded in a somewhat disrespectful, quick way.
I think the best way to do it is to join them right after they've gotten off the planet at the very end of Alien 2. They're in a cryo sleep, and then an alien named Nero from the future chases Spock into the past, and it resets the entire timeline. So that now there's two simultaneous timelines going, and you can imagine that Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection happened, but now there's a new timeline.
But it's a different timeline, and older Ripley is the mentor to the younger Ripley.
Yes, and now there's also Spock and Star Trek.
And they're just there too.
And they're just there too.
The ultimate
and then Michael Biehn, who's still in the film, ends up being sent to the past to save John Connor.
So he's that one.
Yeah. So,
guys,
it's going to be an amazing film.
It is.
It's going to be an amazing film.
You should write the spec script for it.
I'm not shocked that you're a writer.
You say that like I already haven't.
Oh, you heard it first. Also, guys, I do have a really important question. What do you think is going to become of Jonesy the cat?
Oh,
I know.
I want the cat to be there.
Yeah, I want Jonesy to come back. He was one of my favorite parts about Alien.
I think Jonesy ends up saving
everyone.
Can you imagine like Jonesy's actually an alien? Like not like an alien, not a xenomorph, but like
a good alien.
A good alien.
A helpful.
Like a predator.
Is a predator a good alien though? I mean, who's on our side really? So, I don't know.
Okay, so I hate to address the elephant in the room, but Sigourney Weaver is far older than she was after Aliens. How would this be addressed?
I mean, again, if they are trying to go in between 2 and 3, that's going to be out the window. If they just kind of want to ignore 3 and Resurrection, then we just kind of come back and we see her as an older mentor type figure. Just, we just put it in the future. We just set it.
Is it possible that she's not the main character?
Oh.
Possible, but I think
I can't imagine.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah,
this is her story.
It's her story, and I mean, I think if you talk to anybody, they would say that she's like one of the top 3, like female heroes of all time.
Sure.
Like, she just doesn't take guff from no one, and like.
Or maybe they find a way to reverse the alien process.
It's a lot to think of.
It is.
I mean, I will say Captain America, the first Avenger, they figured out how to make Chris Evans look like a 90-pound-year-old, a 90-pound weakling.
Yeah, but not for the whole movie.
I don't want that.
For like the first 30 minutes of it, so maybe they find a way to de-age her.
I want to see an older woman in Hollywood kicking ass. Like
I would prefer to see
that
too. I would prefer to see that too.
I'm not saying like, ooh, get her off the screen, but I'm just saying,
It's okay, you're an ageist.
Age-wise, no.
It's okay.
As a woman in media, I absolutely am not. No, but I'm just saying, like, how would this be explained plot-wise? I don't know. Or would it just be ignored, lampshaded?
I think it really depends on if they're doing
Yeah.
a 2.5 or a 6.
Yeah,
Or-
and
yeah.
my
5.
final thoughts
5.
is that Neill, I think he's such a great director and he works with great writers. He'll find an honest to God way to get around it.
You know what? Maybe you're right, and we should just trust in
Yeah.
him and wait for it to happen. What do you think, audience? Where could Alien 5 possibly go? And should they completely disregard 3 and Resurrection? He says he's not, but I think he should. That's just my opinion. Let us know below in the comments, get part of the conversation, and please be sure to subscribe.